Good evening to all. I'm Gaurav Pandey or Gaurav Bhaiya, and today we'll solve our last question of string series that we have already solved around 10 questions, right? And today we'll solve problem state number 11, and after that this string series will be wrapped. Then we'll see few other patterns based on string like finding the substrings. So that is the part of the sliding window that probably we'll cover after. Sliding window I want to cover after the hash map, like after these topics after like right here. So probably I'll start this thing, hashing array list, hash map, and all of these things. So I'll reorganize this list, like because that will have because in sliding window you'll use hashing, you'll use hash map sometimes, right? So that's why I'll cover first all these topics, then I'll cover the sliding window. I just want that if somebody don't know the algorithm, they must be able to use it, right? So that's why first I'll cover the algorithms, then I'll cover the problem statement. That's what I'm doing, right? So same thing, first we'll cover this array list, hash map, hash set, then we'll cover the sliding window. So I'll reorganize it. I hope that works for everybody. Please tell me, am I audible and visible to everybody? Before I begin, very good evening, friends. Hi, Sarita. So I hope I'm audible and visible to everybody. Yeah, trust me, this particular series is super important. No matter what kind of preparation you're doing, you're working or you're just trying to find a good job. Anyhow, DS and problem solving is super critical for getting a SD role or development role, right? So you must know that. Today we'll solve the problem statement that is what? You can read it out, right? That is reverse vowels of a string. Correct? Cool. So now this particular problem has been asked in Bloomberg, Google, Facebook, Apple, and Amazon. And trust me, one most I will say important problem statement. Why? Because this includes a lot of concept that I'll cover. Okay. So let's go back on our LeetCode and then we'll solve this particular problem. Okay. So now first we'll read the problem statement, then we will solve. So if you'll read here, they mention given a string as reverse only all vowels in string and return it. You remember we have solved the problem statement where we were reversing the integer, we were reversing the string, right? But now the problem statement is that you need to reverse, but the only vowels from the string. That is the scenario, and return it. Those are watching this particular series from starting, I can guarantee one thing: they are getting 100% of it, right? But if you're not watching it from starting, probably you're lacking somewhere, right? So if you're not watching, then please start watching this particular series. You can access the playlist. So now here the vowels are A, I, E, I, O, U that everybody understand, right? And they can appear in both lower and uppercase more than once. Cool, yeah. So for example, in this ice cream, you have few vowels. Some are in capital, some are in lower, right? So what you have to do, you just need to reverse it. For example, look at this. I has been replaced with A, right? The first vowel replaced with the last vowel. Then this E has been replaced with E, but that remains same, right? It's not impacting anywhere. Similar for this as well. Similar for this LeetCode, right? You just swapped the characters which were vowels in the whole string, right? So how will you do this? How will you do this? You remember how we were like how we were reversing that string? We were using the two-pointer algorithm. We were taking a left pointer at starting, right pointer at end, and we will keep swapping. But this time swapping will only happen when left and right both have what? Vowels. You understood the algorithm? You understood the algorithm? This time what you will do, I'll go back to the here in PPT and I'll tell you the logic. Here, for example, you have this thing in S. Let's suppose you have ice cream. Okay. Ice cream. For example, this thing. Okay. So now here you will have one left pointer here. Correct? And another right pointer is here. What you'll do, you'll keep moving your left and right pointer until unless the left becomes greater than the right or equals to. So which means you will have a while. That while will must have this condition, right? But how this pointer will move? So again, if this particular thing is not a vowel, you'll move your left pointer. But if this is a vowel, then you'll stop your pointer right here. You'll find the next vowel from the right part. So now right, this is not vowel. You'll move your right pointer comes here. Now left and right both are on the vowel. When left and right both points to the vowel, right? Both points to what? Vowel. What you'll do? You'll swap. Otherwise you'll move your left pointer. If at left you don't have vowel, or you'll move your right pointer if on right you don't have a vowel, right? That is the logic. That is the logic. Correct only, right? So what you'll do right now, your right pointer right here, you'll just swap them. You'll just swap them. So basically, this will become a, and the place of this a you will have I. So I am. Now you will have what once you have swapped, then move your left and right pointer both. Right, left plus plus you'll do, and right minus minus you'll do. Means you'll reduce your right pointer by one. Yes or no? By one. This is the thing. So what will happen? Your left pointer will come here, right pointer will come here. Check. Right is pointing to vowel, but left is not. Then move the left. Left will come to the E. You swap E and E remain same, right? So this becomes, after E you have C, then E, and last E also becomes same thing. Again you have C and R, both are non-vowels, so you will write C and R. CH capital. So you will have this as a reversal, you have this as a reversal. I hope this makes sense. I hope this makes sense. So now here the problem statement is that how we will identify the particular character is a vowel or not. So either you take a string where you mention all the possible A, E, I, O, U, right? Or A, E, I, O, U, right? Here you check. Every time you're getting this particular character, you check inside this. Is this containing or not? If this contains, we can say we have received what? We have received something. We have received a vowel, right? Accordingly, we can move our left or right pointer, or we can swap. So I hope now the problem statement, the logic is quite clear to everybody. And now we can move to the coding part. Then we can write the code. Right? I hope this is clear to everybody. Please tell me. Please tell me. Is this particular concept clear to everybody? How we are going to solve this? If that is clear now, then coding is remaining, and that will not take a lot of time. So anyway, I'll write the code in three languages, in Java, C++, and Python. Okay. So I hope everybody is here for every language. Cool. So now what I will do is that in Java actually, if you'll directly search in Java or in any other language, if you'll directly search, you'll use contains method and string. That takes a lot of time in computation. But if you'll use a hash set, that is faster. So either you apply contains in a string or you apply a contains in a hash set. So hash set method will be faster than the string method. So that's why I'm not checking directly in the string. I'll convert that string to a hash set and I will check in that hash set particularly. Okay. So here I will have, okay, cool. So now here I will have one hash set. You can directly check in the string also, because that is not a problem. You can use directly that string.contains method. But I just want to make it faster. That's why I'm using a hash set. So character in Java and set. Let's suppose I'm giving the name of the hash set is a set, new hash set. Now the thing is that how we will input all the characters from that string to this hash set. So we'll iterate it for, like this, for into not India. I don't want to use normal for loop. I'll use a for each loop for faster thing. Anyhow, you'll learn a new thing as well here. So let's suppose I have this character C, and how will I access this? Because then I have to convert my string to an array. So to-char array is a method that converts a string to an array in Java. To-char array. I just want to tell you multiple methods. That's why I'm using this thing. Okay. Otherwise, I can use simply a normal loop. And every time, what I will do in set, I will add. In set, I will add every time. I will add what? C. So what will happen? What will happen? The C will be added, means the character will be added into the hash set. Basically, hash set are used when you want fast searching. When you want what? Fast searching, right? So right now I want the fast searching. That's why I'm using this hash set, right? But in this hash set, what I will have? Yeah, probably now we have. Okay, the searching I want. So I don't want this string to be converted into hash set. I want my this thing to be converted into a hash set. A E I O U, A E I O U, because I want to search in this, not in that whole string. So I'll convert that A E I O U into an hash set. Now what will happen? Now I have to convert this string to an array. Why? Because in string in Java you cannot directly manipulate the string, right? So you have to convert to an array or something. So we will have one character array. So char, let's suppose ARR, that stores is equals to s dot to char array, means convert to a character array, char array, that convert a string to a character array. So this is converted. Now what I want a left pointer. Okay, I want a left pointer, then I want a right pointer, RIGST. I want a right pointer. Right pointer will be length minus 1, yes or no? So ARR dot length minus that is an array, so minus 1. Now you write a condition here while, you remember the two pointer thing we were writing, while left is less than right. If this is thing, if this is the thing, right, if this is the thing, then what I need to do, first I will check, are my left and right pointer, both of them are pointing to the vowel, because only when you can swap, if left and right both are the pointer pointing to the vowel, you will swap them, right? So here I will check, is my this thing, the what contains, like this hash set is having all the vowels, right? So I will check in this hash set itself, that is this set dot contains what, if this contains what, the character that I'm getting from this ARR, so ARR left. But if this is, if the vowel is available at the left, that should also be available at the right, only then you can make a swap, right? So set dot contains, set dot contains contains what, ARR right. Basically, if you normally use here the string only, just AEIOU, that will also work. Okay, you can convert that thing, this character, to a string, and then you can check within the string, right? That will also work. That will be a slower way, that will be very slower way. Okay, that's why I'm not using that. So here what you will do, if both of them are like containing left and right, at the both the place I have vowel, I'll swap them. I'll swap them. A swapping logic, I hope everybody knows. The swapping logic everybody knows, right? So now here what I will do, I will have one temp variable, character temp. Okay, so here we will have ARR left. Now left is empty. So in left I will put the right value, right? I will put the right value. So here ARR left was free, and here I will put the value of the right. Correct only, right? So now right is free. So now in right I can finally put the value of temporary. Now this value has been swapped, yes or no? Once the swapping is done, you need to move your left pointer, left plus plus, and you need to reduce your right pointer, right minus minus. Yes or no? Right minus minus. Very nice, very nice. If this is a thing, then that's fine. We'll do swap. But what if left pointer do not contains what? If left pointer do not contains the vowel, then what you will do? If this left pointer is not containing the vowel, then what you will do? If not contains, in that case you'll move your left pointer, yes or no? Otherwise, if right is not containing, you'll move your right pointer. So else you move your right pointer. At the end, once this is done, what will happen? All the vowels will be swapped out. Yes or no? Right? So once this is done, at the end, I can convert my array, that array. What array? This array, ARR. I can convert this particular array to the string. Why? Because the return type is a string. So how you convert an array to a string? You can directly convert this with the help of new string method, new string ARR. And I hope there is a no typo error. Typo means typing error. Okay. So basically in our coding world, in engineering language, we call it typo. My CTO used to say. So now this is working fine. But this is a good way, yeah. This is a good way. Or beating good anyway. Look at this. Beating good. Okay, so now this is one of the good way to solve this particular problem, and I hope you understood that first we have converted this AEIOU to a hash set. Why will the searching become faster? Otherwise, we could directly use here string dot contains by converting this thing to a string, but that will be a slower way. That will be a slower way, right? I want a faster solution that will execute faster. Now I will convert the same code to the C++. Yet if anybody needs a dry run or something, please tell me. I'll do that for you. Okay, but if this is clear to everybody, then write clear. I'll understand that this is clear to everybody. Now here the same thing I will do, because in C++ you can manipulate the string directly. There's no restriction like Java. So what I will do is that I need a set anyway. So here I will have one unorder, okay, underscore set. That will store the value type character. I will give a name as this thing. But here at the place of using that loop, I can directly convert this thing like this. That is A is available, I is available. Okay. Okay, Prince. I'll do a try run, don't worry. So now A, now we will have I, the AE. Okay, so first we will have E, we will have I, we will have O. Okay. We will have U, A, E, I, O, U, right? Now we will have A for capital also. For capital also, I'll convert this A, E, then I, then O, U, right? O, U. So this is how we have created a set in C++. We don't have to use this loop. Why? Because already we are storing the vowels in the set. Here directly we can check. Again, you don't need to use this A or Y. You can directly manipulate string in C++. So you will use that string dot length. Whatever the string, the as name is the string dot length. This method you use is for the length. So this is how you have computed the left and right. Now you come here and the same thing you can set uses the same method dot contains. After version 20 C20, after that we can use the contains method. Before that we were using count method in C++. Okay, so right now we can use contains. The same code remains same, but this ARR will change because right now you don't have ARR, you have as the string itself. So we are modifying our string itself. That is possible in C++. And here we have modified our string. We have modified our string, right? And now here we will remove this ARR and we'll write as a string. And we don't have to convert this anything. Directly string that yes it itself is our answer. Yes or no? Because that string, the original string we have changed. So now when you'll submit this, right, probably this will work if there is no typo error. Oh, directly there is a typo error. So the thing is that unordered spelling was wrong. I hope now this is fine. Unordered set. So I forgot to change it to s because there is a no ARR. We are directly taking the string. I hope everywhere also I have changed it. So now, yes, this is working fine now. This is working fine now, and I hope this makes sense to everybody, right? We are just simply beating 100%, and the time complexity is linear. Space complexity is also linear. Why you're not utilizing any extra data structure in this particular thing? Right here we are converting that AEIOU, means we are storing all the vowels in a set by which we can check them faster. If left and right pointer both are pointing to the vowels, we can swap them. Otherwise, we can move our left pointer or then the right pointer. Okay, and then we're returning the string. Cool, yeah. So now what I will do here is I will copy the same code for doing this in Python as well. Okay, then we'll do a dry run. Don't worry. Okay. Now here we are in Python. So in Python you don't have to use this all of thing. What I can do is that directly you can convert and normally, that is the thing. Python is super easy. All right, so here I will have that set, let's suppose, or anything here where I'm checking. Actually, let's suppose I will have vowels or something. Vowels, I'm giving a name, and that I'm converting. What I'm converting, AEIOU to AEIOU. So this is basically the all the vowels. So I've created one set, and now I need a left pointer and I need a right pointer. Okay. So actually you don't have length method directly in Python, so you will use len. So that I will use here, and you have the right pointer now. So the while loop, basically what I'm doing here I'm just checking. So contains directly does not work in Python. So what we will have, first we'll remove this and, because and you use like this. So here you don't use like this. So what you will do, you will check. Okay, so now the thing is that I want to check that is this particular thing. What the particular thing is that, okay, anyhow I have to convert the string to also a list, right? Only then that is possible. So let's suppose I'm using that same thing. ARR works for me, or s. I guess as I can update. I don't want to use any extra data structure. So I'll update my s, means the string to a list, right? So now the string has been converted to a list, and here I can check now. Okay, here I can check now. Dot what I can check, I can check here that is s left. Okay, is this left in vowels that I've created and set, right? So vowels, I'm checking this. Is this an available in vowel? And right should also be available. If both of them are available, only then swap, right? If both of them are available, only then swap. Only then swap. So now the right I'll change here. So if both of them are available, only then swap. Cool, yeah. Now the thing is that I just want to do swapping, nothing more than that. And here we will have colon at the place of curly braces. We are swapping within the that list. You don't have plus plus in Python. You will use plus equals to 1 or minus equals to 1 for reducing the thing. Again, the same thing I have to use. Is this left is available in vowels, right? You don't have contains method directly here. So now here you'll check. And what I want is that I want to use not. If this is not available in vowels, okay, a particular left character is not available in vowels, that time what you'll do, you'll move your left pointer. You'll move your left pointer. Otherwise, you'll move your right pointer. Make sense? And I'll remove this colon thing. I'll remove this colon thing. Cool, yeah, cool. Anyway, these problems will help you to crack even every possible coding interview. But the thing is that you have to take it serious. So now here we will convert that list to the string, and you know how you convert a list to a string in Python with the help of join method. I hope here I have written the whole conversion. Right? I hope I've done that thing. Oh no, I hoped wrong. So now it's saying like you don't have this, else you have elif method in Python. Yeah, when I hope something, why this? Okay, cool, yeah. Worked fine, worked fine. Anyway, we're taking a time complexity of linear, but the space complexity also we're taking linear, because we will create a list, and that list is equals to the size of the string that we have. Okay, now we'll do a dry run. Actually, Prince is asking, and Prince, I guess you probably write code in Java, so I'll do a dry run with the help of Java only. Okay, can I copy this code from somewhere? Yes, I can copy this code. So now I'll go to the our PPT part, and here only I will paste it. Keep the things, and here I'll come to insert, and here I will paste it. Okay, and then we'll do a dry run. Cool, yeah, yeah, this doesn't look good. So what I can have this thing. Mm, for making this thing cool, I can take the spaces after the particular character, right? For every line. But I have that much of a space? I don't think so, yeah. I have that much of a space. So probably I don't have that much of a space that I can take a new line, but anyway, you'll understand it. So now I'll do a slide so here from the current slide, and now you'll see how this thing is working. Okay, more clone blazer and black blazer. Yeah, the thing is that I had a very good habit of wearing blazer and formal from very long time. It's been around 3 to 4 years, but here in this new office there is a culture of wearing casuals. That's why I wear casual. There is no other reason. Okay, so clear. Or anyway, weather is has changed, so blazer can be tough for me for wearing every day. But that I had a habit. Clear. So now here, what I'm doing, why I'm using the hash set, I can directly use this. What I can use, a e i o u. I can use this like dot contains method by converting the upcoming character first thing here plus the new character that I'm getting, arr left. Okay, arr left, that I can do. Okay, that I can do. But the thing is that checking every time in string is much more slower than the hash set. So that's why I'm converting this particular string where all the bubbles are stored into a hash set. Okay, so I'm converting this particular thing string to a character array, then accessing each and every element and inserting into the hash set. So now in set you will have what? You will have all these characters like this, similar like this. Okay, so all the characters you will have here in this hash set. Now thing is that because in Java you cannot directly manipulate the string, so that's why we are converting into an array with the help of two-char array method. Now we have ARR, right? Array where we have all the character of the string that we can do swapping inside this. Now we are applying two-pointer algorithm, taking left and right. Right. So now, for example, we have ice cream. That's what this method we have. Okay. Example number one that was. So what will happen? The left is pointing right now. Right now, where the left is pointing? The left is pointing on the I. Okay, the L is here and R is here at starting, right? At the end, cool, yeah. You're checking if the left and right both are pointing to the vowels. Only then you'll do a swap, because you cannot swap a consonant and a vowel. That is not possible. So that's why we're checking if both of them are pointing to the vowel. Only then we'll swap. So condition number one, we are checking if the set contains, the set will only contain the vowel, right? ARR left means that this left is a vowel. Yes, this is a vowel. Cool here. But if you want to do swap, right should also point out to vowel. But right is not pointing out to vowel. Set dot contains ARR dot right, but right is not available. Then what will happen? You'll come. This if will not work. Who will work? Who will work? Tell me. This else if will work. This else if will work. You'll come here. You'll check. Do we not have a, like, on the left we don't have a vowel, but we have. So this else if also not work, then else will work. Means on the right you don't have the vowel, then right will move, right will come to this A. Now what will happen, you will come while will work again. Why? Because now the left is 0 but right is length minus 1. Length was what? Length was 8, so 8 means 7, right? So anyway this 0 is, or that 8 minus 7, 0 is less than 6. Why? 7 was already it was, and you did minus 1 from here, that becomes 6. So what you will do, you'll check here again in the if condition. Is this left and right both are pointing to the vowel? Yes, it contains. If both of them are pointing, then do swapping. So we are doing a swapping here. So swap them. If you will swap them, what this will become? Here you will have A and here you will have I at the place of this. Okay, here you will have I. Here you will have I. Cool, yeah. Now this M will remain same. Again, what will happen once you have done this, you need to move your pointers. Left will come to C and right will come to E. So again, C and E both are not vowel. Left is not pointing out to vowel. Then what will happen? This else if will work. Your left pointer will be moved to the next character. Means C will be by default as it is, and E will, like this, E has become a next vowel. Then E and E you will swap, but they will remain same, right? They will remain same. Again what will happen, you move your pointers and left hatch came here, right hatch came here. Now what will happen, you'll check, is this vowel, is this set contains C? No. Is set contains R? No. Then what will happen, you'll do first time left plus plus, next time you'll do right minus minus, and now left and right both are pointing to the same place. When they're pointing out to the same place, what will happen, this condition becomes false, this while condition becomes false, you will stop executing. But now if you'll see this has been reversed. All the vowels has been reversed. Yes or no? All the vowels has been reversed. That is true only, right? So when all the vowels has been reversed, but where? Inside an array. Because in Java you cannot directly manipulate a string. So that's why this array has been manipulated. And now we will convert that array to a string. So that particular array has been converted to a string, and now we are returning the reversal of it. And I hope this makes sense now. Please tell me, is the concept clear to you, friends, and to everybody also? Now is the dry run concept clear to all? And same thing we were doing in the C++ also, but we were not converting that string to an character array. Why? Because we don't need to convert. Because in C++ you can directly modify the string, so we're modifying here the same logic. Again, in Python also, we are converting into a list because you cannot directly modify the string, and we are taking the vowel as set. Right? We are checking it, and if left and right both are pointing to the vowel, we'll swap. Otherwise, if left is not pointing, move the left. If right is not pointing, move the right. Right? So at the end, you'll traverse the whole string, and you will have your final output. You'll convert that particular list to a string because return type is a string. Look at this. Correct? And I hope everybody has enjoyed this particular live. If you really enjoyed, if you really have gained some knowledge, like the video, share with your friend by which they can have also the knowledge. Just don't ignore it here, please. If really you want to help somebody, just share this particular link of this particular live. Tell them what it is, right? And also coming for the channel for the very first time, subscribe it by which you can have the further updates. Not even on the LeetCode, you can have the update on the other content as well for placement prep or for the placement updates, hiring updates, and multiple things. See you in the next live by tomorrow at the same time, 5 p.m. Till then, take care and bye-bye.